Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to take another very important example for reactive form in Angular. So mainly in this session, we will discuss how to use form control with maximum length validation. I'm sure you might have seen various scenarios in your project where you are supposed to implement the form control with maximum length validation, right? So in this session, we will do it in a very detailed way from basic to advanced level. Like firstly, I'll tell you the requirement and then I'll show you the code which we will create as per the requirement, and post that we will verify the output on the browser. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easy for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for timing, we are just mainly focusing on how to use form control with maximum length validation. Okay. And for the detailed content, you can refer the Tech Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in Hindi as well as English language. So as per your convenience, you can refer it and you can try to implement it in your system. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Here you can see, firstly, I have noted down one heading, that is Angular course by Tech Sharmit. Second heading is reactive form in Angular for control with maximum length validation. If you remember, in one of our previous session, we talked about the minimum length validation, right? So this is, you can say, just the opposite of that validation, where we will be specifically looking for we will be applying some rule that will help us to stop that will help us to verify whether the input field data is satisfying the maximum condition which we will be providing with the help of form control. Okay, so as per this, what we will do, like firstly we will define one form here, and that form we will verify with the help of app.component.ts file. How? Because we know that in app.component.ts file, if you are using the reactive form, you should import it, right? So you can directly go here and just write reactive form module. Okay, so once the reactive form module is added, now you are good to use the reactive form in your application. So for that, I have already added these two horizontal rows, which is nothing but it will help me to separate out the headings with the form, actual form, right? So here we will write form, and in this form we will mention the required stuff, that is label and input field, right? So firstly we will add label. So let me explain you the requirement again. So requirement is that we will simply create one input field. In that input field, we will make sure that it won't take input which is beyond 4 character length. Okay, so we don't want to accept the input if it is greater than 4 character as per your need. Okay, so although like we have multiple fields in form, but just to make the things easier for you, I will create only one field form so that you can relate the things properly. So here you can see I have added the label, where I will just mention the field name, that is username. Okay, now after this label, we will create one input field, and in this input field we will mention type as text. Okay, and then we will bind this field type with the actual variable. Okay, so for that we need form control. So just simply use this square bracket, then write form control. Okay, and then you can assign it with some variable that we will define in our app.component.ts file. Okay, so I'll just write here username. Currently it is throwing error because we haven't declared this variable yet. So let's go and declare it. So again, we will go to app.component.ts file. Here we have this app component, right? So just expand this class, and inside this class we will define the required stuff. That means the variable and all the modules that we want to use. So to define the variable, we will simply write username, and in this username I will simply assign a new form control, and you can see when I press enter, it automatically imported this thing. So always double check that it is imported, because if it is not imported, you are not supposed to use it. That means it won't allow you to use it. So that is why always make sure that it is imported. Now next what we will do, once form control is added, you can set some default value to it. So let's say I just want to go with the default value is blank, then you can put a comma over here, and after comma we will define the validator. So just simply write validators and press enter. So again you can see this is also imported. So sometime in interviews you might be asked with this question like what is form control, reactive form module and validator. So you should tell them that in order to use reactive form, in order to create reactive form, you should import this module, that is reactive form module. Then we have form control that will help us to declare that variable which will take care of all the kind of operation of reactive form, right? And then we have validator which will allow us to validate the input data. Now we want to validate for max length, right? So you just need to write here dot and then max length and then press enter. So once you press enter, you will see it is now added, but it takes one argument, and that will be the exact number for characters you need, right? So I will allow only 4 characters. Okay, so you can just mention here 4. After that, whatever you will write here will be considered as a error. Then put a semicolon over here and just press Ctrl S to save this. So this is saved now. Okay, so we have form control variable ready with username. Now if you go to HTML file, you will see that there is no error. That means everything is perfect now. Alright, so let's verify the code, like whatever we have written so far, we will just verify that. So for that we will go and run the command ng-serve --open, enter. Just wait for a few seconds and then it will show you the output in the browser screen, where we will verify all the things that we have defined so far. So you can see in browser we have first heading that shows the main heading Angular by Sharmit. Then after that we have second heading that shows reactive form in an Angular, form control with maximum length validation. So this is new, right? Because minimum length we have already covered in last session, but here we are mainly focusing on maximum length. So for that, after that we have one horizontal row and one field that label, that is username. Then we have one input field which will take the input. So currently if I provide something beyond 4 characters, it will accept it. Let me show you. So if I write A, B, C, D, E, it is accepting, because we are not, although it is not accepting, it is raising the error, but we are not trapping that error, right? So what we will do here, we will add one message so that if any validation is failed, in that case it should show one customized message. So for that, just simply go here and write a paragraph tag, and in this paragraph you can mention, okay, so here I need to add ngIf. Okay, so let's go to app.component.ts file. In forms module we should add ngIf because it will allow us to do the conditional statement. So ngIf, perfect. So this is ready. Now let's go to app.component.html. Here I will write star ngIf. Then we will mention here username dot errors question mark dot, and then here I will write single inside a single quote. So always make sure that it is in single quotes. Okay, so just simply write max length, and now the message which you want to show when this validation is failed. So particularly we are checking for the max length validation here. Okay, so I will just simply mention here maximum 5 not 5, we have mentioned 4, right? So maximum 4 characters are required, or maybe you can write maximum 4 characters are allowed. Perfect. So this thing is ready. Now you can refresh your browser and just try to key in the value that is beyond 4 characters. So I will write A, no message, B, no message, C, no message, D, still no message because only 4 characters is added, right? But if I write E, you can see it shows the customized message that maximum 4 characters are allowed. So this is exactly what happens when we are using form control for maximum validation. So currently we have just added this simple message, but maybe you can write some complex logic as per project need, and then you can implement it. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. I hope this session is clear to all of you, where we discussed how to use form control for maximum length validation. In the next session we will discuss few more things related to that. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.